Hi guys, welcome to Prince John Internet TV. Here's an idea for people who are nervous about what others think about them. Just really be focused. Focus on your work. Focus on, being organized and clean and the fact that you want to get something done. Even though I don't have a schedule throughout my day, wherever I go, I do my light work and imagine people smiling and try to find purpose wherever I am. This is a really exciting type of freedom wherein I can combine practical work for a paycheck, which I do about half of the week, and the other half of the week I can experiment with spiritual trade and just putting energy into the community and then receiving it back. So it's fun. But the point is, even if you're a big celebrity or someone who's well known and you sometimes feel nervous in social settings, you know, focus on your work. Focus. That is what you're doing. And next, I've noticed that sometimes I get upset at women, and I believe this is because I try to uh, be friends with them, but you know I do, but I think I I can confuse that with wanting to be romantic, and this is a nervous thing. It's nervous to think about, oh, who will be my match? Who do I have to impress? And what I've concluded is that first we should be able to treat each other with professional courtesy, both men and women. Secondly, it's it's the it's the ego that wants to control or seduce a person, and somebody who really likes me, like I have certain things that are my, you'd call them my deal breakers and must-haves. You know, like for example, I like artists such as Gucci Mane, and I like certain types of rap music and jazz, wine music, various other music. But that and like I like to go for a jog, you know, usually every night, and 5 times a week or so, and certain things like this. If a person wouldn't like to do that, they didn't like similar food as me, etc., then that would be a deal breaker. And this is what would be a natural connection. And the body may distract. If you're in the presence of someone, you may be distracted by their body and barely know anything about them. So another thing I think is advantageous is choose a strong, healthy person, because really, beyond having a house, a fancy car and certain things really aren't uh, as essential to a good life, but a healthy body is. And it must be considered if both people are not healthy or they're not financially in a secure environment, would they still like each other if they were both had everything they wanted? This is something to consider, along with their compatibility, uh, you know, matches on certain dating websites such as plentyoffish.com, which is free. They do a compatibility analysis. And let's see if I have any other thoughts for you for this day. Okay. All right. One moment, please. Take a deep breath, relax, and remember that if you think you love someone, you might exaggerate certain things that you think you have in common, like you both like to exercise at a certain place, and you both like maybe the same movie or same style, but there's so much more to life than just one thing. Like you both like the same, say, anything. You go to the same class, or you know, there is a lot we can determine by looking at each other. But really, if think about it like this: if everyone were happy and healthy all around us, we'd still find each other attractive and we'd be friendly with each other. But is that means for a relationship, a marriage? You know, so these things take time, uh, and this is a big paradigm shift in society right now. There's about 50% marriage divorce, and I think a lot of men try to hang out with women and vice versa. But it's I think happy societies, the men and the women kind of have separate, you know, events that they, do. And bottom line, the consumption of alcohol and abuse of drugs and whatnot, it's avoiding something. And if you avoid something, it's still there. So here I am, Mr. John Anolani Remus, here to analyze situations, try to interject some logic here, and look at statistics to build from what we have, and make generational improvements so everyone in the future can be happily with their couples, in strong, stable relationships. And remember, another few things you can notice about a person to see if you like them is notice their body posture, notice the way they talk. You know, be very selective, and remember, you won't be able to get married unless you have a good sense of finances and some financial stability. Hopefully, a year or two worth of stability, and you have to decide whether you want to have children immediately. Remembering that there are certain drugs that can decrease the potential of a decrease somebody's they can sterilize someone, and there are certain people who are not even healthy enough to have children. The potential of diseases may be coming about, and look into Candida cleanse, so that if there are parasites in a person, they don't go to the child in the pregnancy. And last but not least, for men to increase testosterone, I've heard ginger and coconut are both good ways to do that. So, see you guys next time. Glad to share some ideas. Take care and aloha.